Hi, my name is Taylor Jackson, and today I'm going to talk about decreasing time spent on social media in order to improve mental health. According to the University of Maine, there are to average an outstanding number of 4.8 billion people on social media across the world. Social media used to be a personal platform, which is now crazy because it is a near mandatory platform in order to connect with the world now. Social media does have its benefits though. You can connect with long distance friends, meet that special someone, or maybe even find a job. But studies show over the past 10 years that the more one spends on social media, the more one's mental health is in danger. Experts even show that spending over 2 hours a day on social media is seen as excessive. According to Niagara Recovery, a technology recovery center, people ages to 16 to 24 are at most risk because they spend over 3 hours a day on social media on average. This is really important, especially that it is our age group that is struggling the most with this and needs to be called to attention immediately. So my experience with social media has been a little bit rocky. Earlier in my teenage years, I definitely fell into the constant comparison game. And this past year, actually, I decided it was time to do something about it. It was time to set limits, that something had to be done. Whether it was deleting Instagram for a week or TikTok, I just knew something had to be done. But for long terms, I've now set a 30-minute time limit for myself every day total on social media, and it has greatly helped me. Today, near the end of my speech, I hope that you are encouraged to set time limits or even delete social media as a whole in order to improve your mental health. I'll start by talking about the problems that come from the mental health problems that come from the overuse of social media. Then I'll talk about the problem of loneliness and depression that come from the lack of interaction, of physical interaction. And finally, I will give some manageable tips in order for you to better manage your social media platforms. Let's get started by talking about the mental health problems that come from the overuse of social media. So I'm going to talk to you about two main problems today. The first one is unrealistic beauty standards. It's all over the world. And the pictures that we see that, oh, that person's so amazing and perfect, they're not really real. Most of influencers and average users always use a filter or at least change their photos, alter them in a way, whether they make their teeth wider, skinnier, whatever. It is rare that someone posts a photo that has and does nothing to it before they post it on Instagram, TikTok, something like that. And the mental problems that come from this are very serious. Some are body dysmorphia, eating disorders, depression, and it's absolutely heartbreaking. Dr. Sterling wrote an article for McLean Hospital and stated, social media has a reinforcing nature. The platforms are designed to be addictive and are associated with anxiety, depression, and even physical alignments. And this is a very big deal and needs to be called to attention immediately. Another for the second one, the problem of loneliness and depression are very extreme because now we're communicating with each other just on the phone and not even in real life anymore. And this is a huge problem, and according to the article in Forbes 2023, the social media can create a false sense of connection and belonging. Online interactions lack the nonverbal cues, physical presence, and emotional intimacy that are crucial to building and maintaining meaningful relationships. And it's not just for people that live alone or without spouses. National Library of Medicine found that more time spent on social media was associated with higher levels of loneliness, even when adjusting for age group, living with a spouse, or being unemployed. These are all very big deals and need to be called to attention immediately. You may still wonder, why do people spend so much time on social media even when it's so bad for your mental health? Well, there are two reasons. One is because social media is extremely addicting. No matter how you say it, it's always, their main goal is to get your attention. The more you like, they track it. They know how much you're scrolling. They're constantly watching us, and our feeds are always what we liked, if you ever have noticed that. And that is a very big deal because they just want you to keep looking on it. They want you to keep scrolling hour after hour, and sooner or later you realize you spent 3 hours just scrolling and doing basically nothing. And this is a very big deal because when we get a like or a comment, it makes us feel good. It sends a rush of dopamine to our head, which is a feel which makes you feel good. It's a chemical that makes you feel good in your brain, and it just makes us want more and more of it. For number 2, the fear of missing out, or FOMO, is a very big deal and very real on the social media world. We want to know who's doing that, who's dating who went to the theme park with who, whatever. But it's a very big deal, and we should not be as interested in other people's lives, especially when we're not worried enough about our own mental health. According to Social Media Victims website, they state that the fear of missing out, or FOMO, drives social media users to check their phones constantly, causing them to miss out on real-life relationships. This is a huge deal because 210 million people worldwide suffer from being addicted to social media. We're constantly on our phone, always looking down, always wanting to see if we have a new notification, and it needs to stop. 2 ways that this can stop. One, for my smaller solution, which is have accountability partner. I'm always open if you want to email me, and I'll be your accountability partner. Just find someone that can help you live in the moment. Just live in the moment, hang out with your friends, hang out with your family. You just need to be present. The phone does not matter. It's actually affecting you up here mentally. For my bigger solution, number 2, the app freedom helps take control, and it can actually cut off all your apps and shut them down for a certain time. So if you can't do that by yourself, then you can use freedom as a bigger source to help you. If you can't comply with screen time, then maybe you should consider shutting down all your apps and deleting them for, let's say a week. I would say a week is a good start. And if you think you can't do this, then maybe try to stay true to your screen time and what you set for yourself. So all in all, in this speech, I hope that you come out of this being inspired to set a screen time and just be present in the moment. It's so important. We all need to take back our time and take a long break from social media.